What's happening, y'all, and welcome. This is episode 109 of Super Flashy Era of Tomorrow. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. T Money, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. the HNIC. And I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello there.
How you doing tonight, Mara?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm alive so far.
So far?
So far, beer kills people these days, so,
Not Modelo's.
I heard, I don't know how true this is. I think it's partially true, but like not all the way true. That like Corona's been like petitioning to get the name changed.
Of the virus?
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't the first coronavirus.
Oh, I know. There's like other forms, like SARS was a form of coronavirus. The common cold is a form of the coronavirus. It's just, whatever.
So I hope Corona knows it's going to be a waste of time.
It is. Yeah.
A supreme waste of time.
Yeah. Boy. But we are not here to talk about the current pandemic going on in this world. Even though it caused the cancellation of E3 and South by Southwest, and that hurts my soul. I'm sorry. Just need a second.
I know.
I love E3, Mara.
I know.
I don't know. I'm sure they'll do other shit, like the press conferences and stuff. They'll probably find another way to do them still. But still, it's just...
Yeah, they'll just do them from the safety of their offices.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the grandiose of it, the pomp and circumstance around it, the live crowd getting hyped with them when awesome shit happens. Like when they revealed the God of War game, they had a live orchestra playing the shit along with it. And when the music first started up and it was just dark, we knew what the fuck it was. I will never forget that shit. I was in a theater watching that press conference. It was amazing. Anyway, we're here to talk about the Arrowverse, though. We're not here to talk about my sadness at the cancellation of E3.
Cheerful things.
Yeah, we're talking about things that make us happy, kind of. Like, Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, and Batwoman.
All that good shit.
Kinda.
Because
As we discussed last week, Crisis may have ruined the Arrowverse. And if that wasn't evident, wait till we talk about the Flash.
Right, I was like, wait till we get into this week.
But where do you want to start, though?
Let's start with... Supergirl.
Damn. I have not been able to call it lately.
What did you think I was going to say first?
I thought you were going to start with Black Lightning.
I thought about it, but then I was like, nah, maybe that'll be like next. Maybe we'll just go in order of the week.
It's up to you.
It is.
So this episode of Supergirl was called what?
The Bodyguard. Not to be confused. With that.
We'll always love you. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, as soon as I started, well, not as soon as I started, but a little bit after I started, here he comes. Like just jumping up on me, bothering me. I guess he wanted me to stop.
Yeah.
Or he was so inspired by my vocals that he just had to be closer. Those of you who are just listening, my dog Bear just walked up, and now he's on camera. You done? You ready to get down? Cool. Bye.
I It's a very loud collar, but I love it.
Well, here's the thing. There's a big reason for that. Like, I have it like that on purpose because he's black. So when it's dark in the room, I always know where he's at.
Because he would just scare the shit out of you on a constant daily.
Exactly.
Would just run out of a dark room and you would just shit your pants.
Yeah, exactly. He would just all of a sudden be next to me, and that's not cool.
Oh, man.
So he has multiple tags on his car that are expired, but I keep them there because they make noise. So if he moves, I know he's moving.
I'm weak.
Like, he has like the gray around his mouth now, but he didn't always have that. You know, he's older now, but before he was like all black. So, yeah. Anyway, this episode was called The Bodyguard. So this thing kicks off with them, showing you there's a new obsidian upgrade, new shit's happening.
Platinum.
And I'm bothered by the fact that they showcase this with somebody fighting the dragon instead of riding the dragon, because why would you choose to fight it instead of ride it? I don't understand.
You right.
Mm-hmm. As you know, Daenerys Stormborn, who you love so much because you love the way, the last season ended and what they did with her character,
Stop it.
What?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's fine. I can talk about it for you. I know how you felt. It brought her so much joy. She loved it, y'all. Makes her toes curl just thinking about it. However, back to Supergirl. So, what's Jimmy's sister's name again? I keep forgetting. Damn, you forgot too. See? That's the problem here. I have it written
down, but like...
They need to say her name more often. When she's been gone for a while, they need to say her name when she shows
like
up.
They don't, like, Kelly.
Okay.
Because I know she has, like, a basic name. I just can never remember it off the top of my head.
So we got Alex, Cara, Mia, and Kelly. They just, they hanging out and chilling while they're, in this little place where they're showing off the new upgrades and shit. And we get an incident. Obsidian boss lady's in an elevator and almost dies because somebody like fucks with the elevator. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody's pissed about Obsidian. They're not happy at all. Come to find out later, it's this one alien whose brother got obsessed with it and life fell apart and he ended up dead and shit, and she ain't happy.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's one of those basic stories.
Yeah, honestly, that's one of those things that's going on, but it's not what this episode is really about, which tends to happen a lot lately. Like, there's a big main villain, but the big main villain of the episode is not what the episode is about,
Right, like it has nothing to do with anything like that.
Well, it's like used as a device, because what it's really happening is Lex is using this to try to ingratiate himself with Leviathan by protecting Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, whatever. Lana's making progress on her little...
Lena.
What did I say?
Lana.
Who's Lana?
From Smallville.
I didn't watch Smallville, so
I know,
that's not where I got it from.
I don't know where you got Lana from.
Oh, yeah, that's wrestling. That's where I got that from. Anyway, Lena, yeah, that's... And I have it written down as Lena, but I said Lana. That's weird. But anyway, yeah, she's making progress on her tech, And yeah, Lex is like, all right, we own a prison. Let's test it on these violent motherfuckers, We can make them not violent. We can make anybody not violent. While in the meantime, he's going to Brainy like, yo, that program we like uploaded this nigga's mind in here. You got that ready yet? Because, we're going to use that on Leviathan soon. So you got that shit straight? Like, no, not really. But,
Like, nah, not really, nah.
So there's more back and forth about that, but whatever. But we do see that, Lex wants Supergirl to guard Andrea during, the time leading up to their launch of Platinum. This is about when I stopped paying attention again, because this keeps happening with Supergirl. Like every week, it's just like I no longer care. Like it's just I don't know what they're doing, what it is that's doing it to me, but that's about what happened. Because next thing I know, I remember I saw John and Alex. They were talking, and John used the word discombobulated, which is one of my favorite words in the world.
Why is that your favorite word?
I don't know, but I've loved that word since I was like 10 years old. Discombobulated is just one of my favorite words in the world.
Okay.
You would think, Travis, you don't use that word often. I know, because I save it. I savor it when I do use it, because every time I do, it just gives me this nice tingly feeling, and I'm afraid it'll go away if I use it too often.
Okay.
And on top of that, I get even more excited when I hear somebody else use it, because then it's unexpected.
Ah.
Yes. So we got John and Alex investigating who tried to kill Andrea. And I do just have this moment with Brainy's like worried that nobody will invite him over for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he had, like I didn't realize he could bring the different brainies back out. I thought
Me
he
neither.
just like I was kind of surprised to see that happen as of that point, and I'm surprised it wasn't the female one, seeing as how they hyped her up as part of the season.
Yeah.
During Comic-Con, and as of now, she's only been in like one episode.
One. Only one.
One episode, and we found out about her back in like June.
And she was like, I mean, she was kind of a big part of that episode, but she was just another one of the Brainies, and there was a bunch of Brainies. So
Right, and she didn't last. She was only for one episode.
yeah. I mean, there were other things we found out about at Comic-Con that just weren't really a thing that, they tried to make it seem like it was. Like Wells. The way they described Wells at Comic-Con is not the Wells that we got, Like when they described Wells at Comic-Con, they said Wells this season was going to be sensual. There's nothing sensual about Nash.
If anything, he's just weird.
Yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, the tests in the prison seem to be working. But then there's that one kind of nice guy who just snaps. Find out he's got all kind of mental breakdowns happening because he's so used to being the victim, and all of a sudden he's not the victim anymore. He don't know how to deal with that shit. So he's just a whole different kind of crazy.
But the Nona Cherry didn't was also a part of that. Like it didn't account into that.
Mm-hmm. That was the thing. He didn't need it. Like I don't even know why they gave it to him.
Right. Like I feel like you should have given it to the ones who like actually were.
Yeah, he
violent.
wasn't a violent criminal. So it's just like he shouldn't have had it anyway.
I
Yeah.
think it was just to kind of see like on a starter level. It's just kind of either way. Like, I mean, on some level, I guess he has to be capable of some kind of violence. Like, he had to exhibit it to be still around people who are so freaking violent.
Not necessarily.
I mean, I would just assume that. Like, one guy out of them all.
Who's to say he's the only one?
I mean, they focused on him. I'm just saying, like.
Because we know him.
Barely.
But yeah. So yeah, some other shit happens. There's other attacks and things and stuff and things. They win. The real takeaway from this though, Andrea discovers the powers that she had.
Her shadow powers get activated.
Yeah. And in the midst of that, Alex is all downtrodden and shit because she don't have her weapon no more that got taken away when she left the DEO. But Jean gives her this special Martian weapon that kind of like just is whatever weapon you want it to be, and she don't know how to use it yet. Just
for
like
plot reasons. Here,
just here, take this so that anytime you need a weapon that'll work in a certain situation, we can just have it. So take this. Like you said, for plot purposes, next time we need somebody to just be able to have a bazooka, you can just be like bazooka and bang.
Dang.
That was basically the end of the episode. Like,
oh, Kara is also giving William a second chance at this dating thing.
oh yeah, that's right. She gonna hit him with that Krypton. Anything else?
No.
Good. Let's move on. Where you want to go next?
Batwoman will just get better in time.
Batwoman.
Batwoman. Batwoman.
Name of this episode is what?
Grinning from ear to ear.
So, Mara, are you familiar with Duella Dent at all?
No.
So, in comics, I know some things. I'm not deeply versed in her. But apparently in comics, she's like one of them ones who is claimed to be the daughter of several different villains, including Joker, including Catwoman, I think Penguin. And then Robin did some investigating and found out she was actually the daughter of, Harvey Dent.
But I think here she's the niece or something.
People have been speculating, though, that she's just the daughter of the Joker, reasons. I don't know, because I can't really, say whether or not they're right or wrong, because I'm not as well versed in who she is. So, my limitations on the matter. But just know she's somebody that matters in comic books.
Okay.
She wasn't somebody random.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this episode kicks off with Duella doing some weird shit in the mirror. Somehow she was seeing something that wasn't actually there. Like she looked in the mirror and her face was like upside down and shit. And so
that shit was trippy. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Reminded me of that episode of American Dad when Stan, because I kept thinking he was getting fatter and fatter. But in reality, he was getting ridiculously anorexically skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And like the trainer that he thought he was seeing was just in his head. Yeah. Like he failed fitness tests at the CIA, not because he was fat, but because he just gotten so skinny and lost so much muscle mass and everything, he just couldn't do the exercises anymore. Yeah. That's what that reminded me of, like what she was seeing versus what was actually there. And, she was cutting her face up. She was trying to cut a smile into her face, why so serious style.
With glass.
Yeah. Broke the mirror and used the mirror to cut shit into her face. So after that, though, we got Sophie and Mary in the coffee shop. And we got Kate and Luke talking over at Wayne Enterprises. And Kate and Sophie are both in, unusually good moods. And they each tell the person they're talking to about the kiss on the roof. And
like a bunch of schoolgirls.
Of course, Luke lectures her like, yo, this is a bad fucking idea. There's a reason why Bruce didn't do this. Because every time he tried to do this, bad things happen. So just don't do it.
Right. Like, learn from others' mistakes.
And of course, Mary knows that Kate is Batwoman, but nobody knows that Kate knows that nobody knows that Mary knows that Kate is Batwoman.
Right.
So,
and it's crazy because Mary's not that subtle about it either.
Not at all. Like that scene at the end when she was talking to Kate, she could not have made it more obvious. I know your secret. Just tell me your fucking secret.
Even in the beginning when they were first talking, she was like, so if you're doing any investigation for your real estate firm, I can help. Mary.
So it's like, is she
either tell her or just shut up?
And it makes you wonder, is everybody else around her just that dumb? Yeah, exactly. Makes you think. These are supposed to be some smart folks.
You supposed to be, yeah, right?
Yeah. Makes you wonder, are they really that smart? I don't think so. So, after doing some research, Alice figures out that it was Rat that killed the other her. Those of you who don't know who, if you don't remember, we refer to Mouse's father as Rat.
Yeah, I started calling him Dr. Dead.
How did you forget? Like, you the one gave him the name Rat.
Probably.
But it's not probably, you did.
Okay. I don't remember that, but I believe it.
Yeah.
It sounds like something I would say. So, well, now this week he is Dr. Dad.
So, Batwoman and Sophie have a rendezvous at Sophie's place. And at this point, I was thinking, like, because she still doesn't know who Batwoman is. So I'm like, yo, what if they fuck? Like, would she keep the mask on?
Yep.
Like, would she keep the mask on and the cape though? Because he's like,
Nah, just the mask and the wig.
But like
everything from the neck up.
But like, I think in from what I've seen though, the cape is connected to the mask. It's like part of the cowl. So like,
I thought that was just part of like her suit.
I don't know. I've seen it both ways. Is my point. So I'm just like,
I would imagine it would be neck up.
I think she should keep the cape on too.
Cape's gonna get in the way.
I think it's hotter with the cape on though.
It probably is, but cape is gonna get in the way.
Maybe.
I mean, think of it like a robe. It's just gonna get in the way.
Yeah, but I work around robes all the time. I said, but I work around the robe pretty often anyway, because it's kind of hotter when she keeps the robe on.
I'm sure it is, but I'm sure on one person's end, the robe wearer, it's on some level it gets in the way.
Probably.
Yeah. And the schematics are going to be different from what you're used to. This is two girls. It's completely different.
Yeah, there's less thrusting going on.
It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that either way,
I know what you're saying.
More opportunity probably for the robe to get in the way, or I mean the cape to get in the way. It's like a robe. Or her cape might do some weird shit during sex. I doubt that she would want to keep that on.
Some weird shit like what?
I don't know. I'm thinking back to like Christopher Nolan's Batman when like his cape would just like straighten out.
Turns into a hang glider.
Yeah, it just straightens out. I was like, yo, what if some shit like that happens and now we breaking shit in Sophie's in her flat? Like,
I mean, but just imagine, like, what if like in a 69 and all of a sudden the cape just goes. That wouldn't be hot.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not the expense of my belongings.
I think she's fine monetarily. Anyway.
Well, I don't know. Her mom doesn't seem to think so.
Well, clearly her mother's, ill-informed about a lot of things. So we can't really go off of what her mother thinks. Speaking of which, right before, anything interesting happens, because they kiss, but, they've done that already. So old news. There's a knock at the door and the mother just shows up, almost gets her head blown off because, you need to announce yourself when you walk up in Sophie's house.
Right. Like, who does that, though? Who just walks up in the house?
Yeah. How? Did she have a key?
I assume so, but even so.
But how did she get a key?
Maybe. That's right.
My parents don't have a key to my place.
But I just remember,
I have a key to theirs, but that's not the point. I used to live there, though. That's the why.
But Sophie just moved. Like, her place is new and shit. So, like, this would be the first time the mom... Didn't she just move there? Or did what's his face move out?
Oh yeah, because they broke up.
Yeah.
Were they living together?
They were married.
No, they weren't. They were engaged.
They were married.
They weren't married?
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
They're getting a divorce.
I'm like 95% sure they didn't actually get married. So while she's doing that, Sophie's mother shows up, so cuts their rendezvous short.
Tyler, husband, separated.
Oh, it's okay. All right. I was wrong. It's happened once before. It could happen again. Anyway.
I remember divorce was a very big word that came up in one of their last conversations.
Probably one of those conversations I really wasn't paying much attention to because I got bored.
Probably.
So, yeah. We're finding out that different influencers, those folks on Instagram, they just take pictures of themselves in different places and somehow make money off of it. Not knocking their hustle. I'm just jealous. They're getting their faces slashed up. Like, they're not getting killed. They're just getting their faces slashed up.
It's unfortunate.
Speaking of Sophie's mother, where before, we find out that Sophie's mother does not like Batwoman. She was cool with Batman, but she don't like Batwoman. You know why she doesn't like Batwoman?
Because homophobia is still disgusting.
It is. And we also see there, she still don't know about Sophie. Meanwhile, Duella kills her own mama because she's fucking nuts. And Alice is talking to a therapist under interesting circumstances, but she's talking to a therapist,
At least she knows that therapy is sometimes the right way to go.
Exactly. She's still twisted in her approach, but she still acknowledges that she needs therapy.
Right. She knows that it may work. Mm-hmm. It may help her.
So he's helping her deal with the rat situation. She comes to terms with some things she needs to understand. Like, yeah, I got the help I need. All right, kill him. It's just like, damn.
It's like, sorry, you can't have loose ends.
Yeah. So you get more of Duella doing some shit. She got somebody hanging over a vat of acid, very Joker-esque.
It was so trivial.
Yeah. It's one of those, another moment I'm like, I don't care, but this is happening. They stop her, of course. Sophie and Batwoman like, oh, we made a great team. Yes, we did. But they decide to cut things off because Sophie's still hiding who she is. And Batwoman's like, yeah, you're only trying to be with me because you can hide behind the fact that I'm wearing a mask. So you don't have to tell nobody about me and blah, 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 blah. She's right. So they cut shit off. Then Alice goes to Duella because they have her locked up and waiting for the cops to come get her. And we thought they were just working some shit out to work together, but in reality, Alice just took her fucking face.
Right. Like, I was like, wait a second. Because I was like, wait, why is Alice sitting there? And then I was just like, oh my God, she done took Child's face.
Yeah, she just took her face so she can go after Rat. So she gets there, and now she has Rat. We forgot to mention throughout this episode, Big Daddy Kane's been doing some digging because somebody's trying to exploit him. So he's like, yo, some shit happened. Some fucked up shit has happened, and I need help, so I got to call Sophie, find out what's going on inside the Crows because somebody did some fucked up shit. But, she don't answer the phone because fuck him. And right after that, she tells her mother that she's gay. And that whole thing when she comes in, like, yeah, you're going to need something stronger than that coffee. I'm like, yep. And sits her down. And, of course, her mother.
She had to be disappointed.
Being the loving and nurturing parental figure that we all wanted her to be, just completely shut her down. Let's just did what anybody would want their parent to do, and just completely say fuck you and walk out.
That shit was crazy. She was like, how else would you like me to show my disappointment? And I was like, bro,
well,
let's
start with a lack of disappointment and a little bit of understanding here, motherfucker. Like,
then she like had to like pull out the first you want to be disadvantaged because you're a woman of color and blah blah blah. And I was like, bro, it's 2020. No one cares.
And it's not even that no one cares. It's like she didn't do it on purpose. Like,
right.
Problem is one of those things that people keep, forgetting or just refusing to acknowledge, that homosexuality is not a choice. It's like she didn't choose it. She actually tried. Like, she literally tried to choose to be straight.
I married a whole white man, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't just marry somebody. She married a white man. Like, she got, like, America's highest valued man.
Which should have been her mom's first suspicion.
Yeah.
The first man you go for is a white man in the military or in like the Crows or the military. You definitely looking for like a beard.
Oh man. Speaking of which, with this corona thing, I'm not shaving my beard. Anyway,
why?
Because I like my beard.
I mean, like, why did you feel the need that? Why did you think you needed to?
Because they're saying they recommend you shave your beard.
Oh.
Yeah. CDC can kiss my ass. I ain't doing that.
I'm dead.
Then we get this Kate and Mary talk that we mentioned earlier, where she's just basically flat out telling Kate, like, yo, just tell me you're Batwoman.
Just please, just confirm it so I can stop going crazy.
Yeah, she was like, yo, when you first found out about my clinic, I wasn't worried about you ratting me out or blah, 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 or anything like that, because I trusted you. And I hope you trust me the way I trust you one day. And walks out the room, basically saying, I know you're Batwoman. Just trust me with the information, bitch. Like,
and then we can continue going on about our life. Like, stop this shit.
And the fucked up thing is, she could actually be useful.
Right? You know how great it is to have a medic on hand?
And have her in the Batcave instead of some random basement in the city?
Like, what is wrong with people?
I don't know, man. So, yeah. Alice has Rat, and she's like, yo, I want Mouse. Where the fuck is Mouse? And he laughs. And we see that Mouse is just being, like, pumped full of fear toxin via gas mask.
Yo, that shit was fucked up.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your child?
Because imagine how long he's been sitting there, too. The amount of time it took him to do that, go back to his office with enough time for Duella to get arrested, for her to and still put it on her face properly, to then go to the and then to then be approached by Alice. Yo, he is probably
that whole time he's been breathing fear toxin.
Like, dude's brain is probably mush right now. He is probably legally dead.
Yeah. There's nothing in his brain besides fear now. Like, there's just, yeah. He's, the phrase "afraid of your own shadow." He's afraid of the shadow of his shadow.
Like, he's afraid of his own life and his own existence right now.
Yeah. Like this goblet right here, if I were to just hold this, it would terrify him.
Like, you're not even holding it threateningly. Just he's scared.
I'm just like, this thing. Yeah, that's what's happening there. So that was Batwoman.
I kind of can't wait to see what happens next week.
I'm interested to see what happens next week. I'm not saying I can't wait, but I'm interested.
Here we go.
Where to next?
Black Lightning.
The season finale of Black Lightning.
Yes.
Which was called what?
The Book of War, Chapter 3, Liberation.
So we kick it off with the Black Lightning versus Gravedigger fight that started last week. And we got that vlogger chick. She was out there doing a report, and she just gets shot by the Markovian. What?
Jamila.
Say that again?
Jamila.
Well, I knew a girl named Jamila when I was a kid. Anyway, yeah, she just gets shot by the Markovian, so she dead. And it's just like, and you kind of wonder, like, why they bother having this scene then? Like, they were just gonna kill her off anyway. She could have just never showed up again, and we wouldn't have noticed.
Right, we would have never cared.
Yeah, because everything they try to do with her, everything they try to do with her anyway, was just null and void anyway. Like, yeah, we're gonna do this big report and send it out to everybody. It didn't get out.
Can't do it.
Yeah, ASA
try to do it a different way. Can't do it.
Yeah. So she was utterly useless.
She tried to make a thing with Nessa.
Yeah,
didn't work.
Nope. She wanted the Transformer, so nothing there. But then the Markovians take Jennifer. Gravedigger almost kills Black Lightning, but he gets away.
He tries to talk to him. Don't work.
Yeah.
That's literally what I wrote in my notes. Black Lightning tries to talk to Gravedigger. Doesn't work.
Yeah. Like, tried to pull that whole, we're related with family. Like, all right, kinfolk, I'm still kill you.
That's cool. Say hi to my half brother.
Yeah. Then we got did you ever find out what the evil ASA bitch's name was?
It is Commander Anderson, I think it was. Commander something.
That's so disappointing of a name.
I know she's the commander. I feel like at some point I did catch her name.
It's taken too long. I no longer care. So her and
she's done anyway.
Yeah, her and Braxton Hartnebreak are talking to Odell, and Odell was like, "All right, we're pulling out of Freeland because this shit ain't working out." Turns to old girl like, "Yo, go get the briefcase, and we'll get the fuck up out of here." So she's going over to the tailor shop. Meanwhile, we got Gravedigger talking to Jennifer because he's got her locked up and spits all this, tortured black man talk.
Banter.
Yeah. Then we get this scene of Painkiller just whooping ass. Like, he just putting in work.
Right. I literally have it in my my notes, and I was like, and here comes Cleo.
He just whooping ass. I enjoy seeing him whoop ass, so it's cool. And that's when Lady Eve tells the SA where the briefcase is. So, there's that shit. There's a shootout.
I don't have her name written down. I had her written down as Commander Bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I told you. Like, I don't know her name either. She's just that evil ass bitch in the ASA. Like, it's just.
And then, so Lady Eve tells Lala about the nuking because she's like, look, nigga, we can't do nothing if the shit gets blown up.
Yeah. But, that shootout, she got shot. We didn't mention she got shot.
Yeah.
We don't see her die, though, because, they're not going to kill off Jill Scott. So.
I'm sure they won't. And if she did die, I figure she got the juice to get brought back. So.
Yeah, because it's Jill Scott. I'd bring her back.
And then we see that Brandon still has Dr. Jace, and then the sergeant dude or lieutenant or whatever the fuck his position is. Braxton. No.
Oh man, I like how you just accepted that his name is Braxton and then realized what I was doing. It's like, no, yes, That is Braxton Hartnell from the Jamie Foxx show. I don't give a fuck what you want to call him now.
No,
he is
not.
fucking Braxton forever.
No, he is not.
Yes, that is fucking Braxton. He killed Dr. Jace.
Yeah, like he shot her twice.
Yeah.
No, I just got like the funniest of texts just popped across my screen because they were saying like, "Yo, NBA just got canceled because of coronavirus, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?"
Yeah, the Thunder game is not happening. You're like, yeah, nah, go home. And the fucking arena was full too. Like I saw video. They just like, nah, we ain't playing. Like everybody was out there. They went to the court, and then they just sent the players back to the locker room. And the
Could you imagine?
refs left, and they already paid for parking, Mara. Like,
could you imagine taking the risk of going to a crowded arena to watch a sports game and paying to do all that shit? Then it gets canceled, and then a week later you find out you tested positive for corona.
That's fucked up. Like once you already in the building, you might as well go ahead and have the game. Now you here now.
Like we've already risked it. Like you know,
we've already all been exposed. So just have the damn game, and we just don't do nothing tomorrow. Like I don't understand. I don't understand at all.
But the message was like, please cancel rent, man.
Yeah, for real. Cancel everything that costs money right now because everything's getting shut down. So ain't nobody got no damn money.
Oh, man.
Only thing, like, I'm not buying any food that is not in a sealed package. And by sealed package, I mean a sealed package that's loaded with a whole bunch of unhealthy preservatives and shit, because I'm pretty sure that nothing can survive inside that. So, yes.
So I take it like you're not buying fresh meat right now.
Not right now. I'm getting the stuff that's in the factory sealed packages. Normally I go, to the grocery store butcher, walk up to him like, yo, cut me a couple of those over there and those over there. Not now. I go right over to the frozen section and grab that frozen ground beef. That was, the one where the cow got killed 3 years ago. That shit. That's what I want right now.
The whole freaking season is suspended. That's crazy.
Yeah. And this was the season the Lakers were supposed to win it for Kobe. They just took it away.
Yo, 2020 is being real funny.
2020 is being real disrespectful is what it's doing. But then we get a shootout in the streets, back to this show, with Resistance versus the Markovians. Detective Dude and all his folks shooting it out with the Markovians. And it looks like it's all over for them. The Resistance is about to fall to the Markovians. But then Lala and his crew show up. And they take all the Markovians out in the street because they're like, yeah, fuck this. This is our city. I don't like y'all over here, but I'm not going to let these motherfuckers come in here and take over. So.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw Henderson pop on the screen, I was like, "Oh, there he is. We haven't seen him in a few weeks." And I was like, and this is going to be this is it right here. Because I told you, I called it. He was going to die because they had already announced that he was not coming back. He had been gone for several weeks, and I was like, they're going to bring him back just to die in this fucking finale.
Yeah. And then Braxton goes after Lynn, but fortunately, she gave herself meta powers and she took him out.
She killed him. I'm pretty certain she killed him.
Yeah, he's probably dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Like at first, I was like, "Yo, did she just kill him?" And I was like, "Probably not." And then when they came back and his eyes were still open, he was still on the floor, same position. I was like, "Yo, I'm pretty sure Lynn killed him."
They were like, "That guy's dead." And they asked like, "What happened?" And she was just like, "I don't want to talk about it."
I don't want to talk about it. As soon as she said that, I was like, "Yo, I really think Lynn killed this dude."
She killed him.
And I think she's just like, "Yo, I just took a life."
Yeah, she ain't ready to deal with that right now.
Right. Meanwhile, last week she over here begging Jefferson to kill his great uncle.
Yeah. And the week before that, she was still rehabbing and going through withdrawals and shit. But she cool now. Cause
is she?
That's the way they're portraying her. They're portraying her as ain't no withdrawal no more. We ain't seen her sweat one time.
You do know why, right?
Probably she's taking more green light.
But she's still popping green light. They showed her popping green light. Before she went in to testify at the end, though, you can see her sitting by herself. She goes into her purse, she tips to the side, and she puts it in her mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
They caught me slipping, and I wasn't watching.
They caught you slipping, because I definitely was like, yo, this bitch is still popping. But before we get to that, so we're still back at Henderson and Lala and the gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, we're taking a while on this. Yeah, well, the NBA thing kind of held us up, but it's all right. Where are we?
What were you about to say?
We were talking about Henderson.
Now, we moved on to that. We were talking about Braxton when Lynn killed him.
Oh, yeah, Lynn killed him.
Yeah.
And so then
we move on. We got Khalil. He's fighting Painkiller in his head.
I love watching them fight each other.
You like watching Khalil fight Khalil? I think you just like looking at Khalil.
Both.
And then they gave you two Khalils at once, so you were just drooling. But
I mean, I know distinctly which one I want to win, but it's like I enjoy watching him fight himself.
I get it. If they were to give me Anissa fighting Anissa in an episode, I'd enjoy that too. So
exactly.
I get it. I'm not judging you for it. I'm just, acknowledging what's happening.
Yeah.
So Khalil ends up regaining control because he wins the fight with himself. And then Gravedigger finds the Pair D. We know where all the metas are hiding. But Thunder and Grace have been already sneaking them out.
Wait, I don't know why, but when Gravedigger arrived at the pit and Henderson and Gamby were on comms, Henderson said exactly what I was thinking. Why they always got to be niggas in the woods?
Yeah. I get it.
And even Gamby, so when Gravedigger showed up, Henderson was like, I just seen a man just float out of the sky. Yeah. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, exactly.
And Gamby said, do not fuck with that nigga. Do not. He will kill you.
Exactly. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100. You stay.
Do not engage. He was like, do not engage. I was just like, oh, thank you, God. Maybe we won't see him die in this. Maybe he'll just move away.
Yeah, maybe he'll just leave town. Maybe he'll just get another job and he leaves town. But
he'll be like, I can't handle this kind of shit. I'll just take my.
Yeah. But unfortunately.
And then so Gravedigger shows up and he just goes sleep. And I was just
everybody just goes to sleep. Like, what the fuck?
How? I was just like,
are you supposed to deal with that when somebody just look at you and say go to sleep?
Right. I was just when Jen and Jeff show up and they were just like, are they all dead? It's like, nah, they're fucking sleeping. Like
yeah, because he just said go to sleep.
Niggas asleep right now. But then he
be quiet and go to sleep.
He runs into Grace and Thunder and Anissa says her usual banter attitude. And he's like, you know what? I ain't got time for this shit. Kill her.
Yeah, and Grace just tries to go kill Thunder. However, before that is when Detective Dude is saving Black Lightning because the Markovians have him surrounded. They're about to take him out.
Nope, that was right after that.
Before.
No, he's outside. He's talking about Gravedigger. Gravedigger goes into the pit. Then we come back out.
Yeah, and then afterwards, after he, the whole shooting shit happens, he gets shot. They go back to it after he gets shot.
Back to what?
They go back out to Detective Dude and Jeff and all them after he gets shot. So he gets shot before that happens, but they show him die after the whole thing with Gravedigger and Grace and Thunder.
I think it goes back and forth because I wrote it down in order of watching it.
So did I.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I host the show, so I'm right.
Whatever.
Anyway, Detective dude, he gets shot, defending Black Lightning, and we see him die later.
I knew it was coming, but I still hate Greg and all the other writers for this. This is technically really I think the first real death on the show because I don't count Khalil.
You don't count Khalil?
No.
What about his mama?
She wasn't a big enough character.
What about Lala?
Lala's back.
Touche.
I mean, Khalil's mom was a death on the show, but it's not it's sad that it happened, but it's nowhere near we didn't have a real emotional tie to her like that because they've only seen her in 3 or 4 episodes.
What about the vice principal?
Who?
The vice principal, the fine one.
She was a bad guy.
That tried to do the right thing at the end.
No.
No? All right.
But still no, that's what I'm saying. You don't get an emotional tie to her.
Oh, I was tied to her.
Not emotionally.
Oh, yeah, I was. There was some serious emotions going on there. You don't know how I feel. You don't know how I feel.
It's not the same thing.
How you know?
I know it's not.
You don't know my feelings.
Whatever. It's not the same. Anywho. And then I also called it with fucking Grace later on. She didn't die, but she's not gonna be around.
Yeah. We got
the second they started professing real love and all that shit, talking about forever, and I was like, and there's your death warrant.
Exactly.
Right there.
We got the moment with Jennifer and Baby Bone Thugs teaming up to try to take on Gravedigger.
Yo, the more I look at him, the more he looks like an angry poodle.
Who, Baby Bone Thugs?
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah, Baby Bone Thugs. So they're able to slow him down a little bit, but doesn't do much. But Lynn is able to, take him down using her powers that she gave herself.
Shoot him.
Yeah. Shoot him and takes his powers. And so he's down. But then we cut. Odell think he finna get up out of there, but Khalil's in his car sitting behind him. You
forgot, Odell set the whole thing to self-destruct. Everyone had to get out.
Yeah, and everybody got out. So why does it matter?
They had to leave Gravedigger.
Yeah, he's not dead. So that we knew he wasn't dead either. This is all things they tried to make seem like a big deal that didn't matter.
Yeah, but you still can't leave it out.
Yeah, I can. Because it meant nothing. It ended up meaning absolutely nothing.
Whatever.
They created fake suspense, and I just refuse to acknowledge it. They already acknowledged the fact that all the metas were in a safe place that wouldn't get killed when the thing exploded. They're not going to kill any of them sitting in that place, we're going to leave Gravedigger behind. They're not about to kill off Wayne Brady yet because he's too good of a villain. They're going to bring him back. It meant nothing. So Khalil's in the car with Odell. And Jeff shows up and tries to talk him out of it. And Khalil's like, fuck that, and shot him anyway.
That works on painkiller. I'm Khalil.
Yeah, that was one of those. That's stupid. But he
I don't know why, but I enjoyed that moment.
Whatever does it for you. So yeah, he shoots him anyway, not fatally, but he shoots him, which disappoints me. But whatever.
Spleen shot.
Yeah.
Because they still wanted some kind of, I figure they still want some kind of redeeming quality for Khalil. So rather than him taking a life, rather than just badly injure.
See, that made no sense to me, because to me it would have showed more growth if Khalil, as Khalil, realized that the world is a better place without this dude and kills him.
Well, it seemed like he was getting ready to do that, and I guess he figured, I still love Jen, so I still gotta somehow be
That ain't
on
got
better
shit to
terms.
do with Jen.
I know it doesn't have really full of shit to do with Jen, but like I mean, like he talked him down. I thought Khalil was dead ass just gonna shoot him in the back, and then just call it a day. I think Jeff showing up talked him down to a spleen shot.
Exactly, and I think he should have still killed him. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have. I'm saying Jeff being there is what stopped it anyway.
And I'm saying that's dumb. That's my point.
But then we wouldn't have been able to see them testify. You wouldn't have been able to see Lynn still popping
The
green
testimonies would have all still happened. Odell being dead doesn't stop them from testifying.
I thought most of the testifying was to make sure Odell went to prison.
Most of the testifying was to get them to shut down the ASA. The ASA was the problem. Like, even if Odell is in jail, the ASA was allowed to continue, they still would have been doing that fucked up shit.
I thought Odell was the ASA, so I figured if he goes down anyway, either way it goes down.
Nah.
Whatever.
It's like the Hydra. You cut the head off, another one grows.
Yeah.
So we got ASA, they attacked Gamby's shot, but him, and TC take them all out because Gamby's a bad motherfucker. TC gets shot, but he's wearing a vest, so he's all right.
I was like, oh no, they shot TC. I was like, and I kind of sat on my edge of my seat with TC too. I was like, because TC is so goddamn useful. And I was just like, that can only last but so long before they're just like, nope.
Yeah, we got to get rid of this because he's too useful. We got to put them in more jeopardy. And if they just got this dude to catch all, messes up stories.
We got to make shit harder.
Yeah. Then we already talked about how Grace is in a coma. There's some other shit going on with Tobias that I'm just really not understanding because I don't care as much.
I'm confused as to if he's with his actual mama or if he was just with someone that he just called their mama.
I don't know either. Because there's just stuff going on with Tobias that I just didn't understand, and I didn't care enough to really figure it out.
But he's in Markovia. That's all we need to know.
Yeah. All the metas have been stabilized. And they established
a boarding school idea.
They established a boarding school for all the metas. Basically, Xavier's school for the gifted.
Just the DC version.
Yeah. We mentioned the court shit. ASA is disbanded, and they show that last shot of Grave
tomorrow.
Yeah, and Gravedigger, of course, is still alive. Because, who didn't know that?
You know what's crazy, though? Because they kept focusing on that white dude in the suit, and I was like, yo, what's up with this white dude in the suit? And then he went outside and transformed into Gravedigger, and I was like, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah. And that was the season finale of Black Lightning.
Woo! One less show to talk about next week.
Yeah. Where to next?
Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Legends.
Just to point that out, that's out of order, but cool.
Yeah, I just realized today that Flash comes on before Legends. I thought it was Legends before Flash.
Yeah. Well, it's a little trick, they put the really good show on to get you to just stick around and keep watching through the other show. But it's whatever. I'd rather do it this way anyway. Nope, we're going to do it this way. Not doing it.
No, I'm saying I'm not changing it. I'm saying it could go either way, though. It could be that someone could watch Legends first and then sticks around for the Flash because they're waiting for the Flash, but then they may not. They may just not turn it on till the Flash turns on. Exactly. But even so, they watch the Flash first. They could still just turn it off.
They could, but they're more likely to stay for, another show than they are to come into a bad show to watch a better show.
Until you realize it's bad, then you want to switch.
Yeah, but, it gets eyes on it, is my point.
Yeah.
So, this episode of Legends is called what?
Mr. Parker's Cul-de-sac.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
I don't think anybody made that confusion at all.
I know.
Yeah. Yes.
They'll get it further into the episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
So, Constantine is like, yo, Charlie, do this shit for me because, spool of fate and shit.
Let's go back in time and change Astra's freaking future.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, nah, fuck that shit. So they don't do it. And that's the end of that. Like, it's just.
They were like, nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, literally, everybody in the room was like, no, Constantine. And then we see Ray is about to propose. And they set this whole thing up where, real special night. Apparently they were supposed to just have pizza, but, there's that. Then Nora shows up. She got this badass kid with her. For some reason, the team has to go to the Old West because, reasons. Encore. Turns out it's Damien Dark.
Because some shit's happening with Gary.
Well, it was an Encore showed up in that time, which was Damien Dark. Damien Dark took Gary's little time travel device thingy and came to them and
tried to kill him. And then Gary was disappearing in the shower or some shit.
Yeah, because Damien Dark put him on a railroad track and tied him up and shit, like Snidely Whiplash style. And yeah, so there was that. Also, Mick found out he had a kid. That kid is the girl from Lost in Space, in case you all watched Lost in Space. Little redhead girl from Lost in Space. It's Mick's kid. Yeah. Ray and Nora got married at the end. Anything else?
Damien Dark. Yeah, was there. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. Told Ray, we need to stop that legend shit or I'll kill you.
Anything he else? Now knows that, he knows Nora's a fairy godmother. He loves it. Blah, blah, blah. And he stabbed himself with the Sword of Khan at the end. The end. Let's move on to The Flash. This episode is called Death of the Speed Force.
Yeah. You know why? Because Barry fucking somehow found a way to kill the damn Speed Force.
You sound upset.
We have talked about Barry for years about how he's constantly fucking up. Fucking with the timeline and people's lives and shit. Of course, Barry somehow managed to kill the Speed Force.
And it still is weird that that's something that can be done.
Yeah. He found a way.
He's like, the Speed Force is dead.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah. So, in a little while, we just gonna not have no powers because I killed him.
Bang bang.
So, this episode kicks off. There's a helicopter crash. It's crashing, and Wally's there, saves everybody.
Wally's back, guys.
For now, well, for
temporarily.
This episode.
Yeah.
And of course, he's all zen and shit now.
Because he's learned more about himself and the world.
Yeah, okay. And Real Iris is watching all this go down. Eva starts tripping because, she's Eva.
Because she's crazy.
Yeah. And of course, meanwhile, fake Iris is all fucked up too because they're connected. And then Cisco returns.
Leave.
And he thinks like all the welcome home shit is for him, but it's not. It's for Wally.
Wrong.
Weird thing about this, though, while he's there, he mentions Atlantis multiple times. And I'm not understanding why. Are we going to get some Aquaman shit? I don't know. I seriously doubt Jason Momoa is going to show up on The Flash. But
remember, that
will we get Aqualad?
I mean, we could.
But what were you going to say?
I don't even remember. Oh, it's not the same technical universe, so they could just create a different Aquaman.
Yeah. mean, they brought in movie universe Flash though, so you know.
Yeah, and then look, he disappeared right afterwards. He was there for 5 seconds. That's all they could afford.
Yeah, yeah. But they merged everything into one universe now, so technically,
he could be, might not make it.
We don't know. Is my point. So they like, you know, Wally's like, yo, that's not really why I'm here. I'm not really here just to say hi. I'm here because, you know, something's up with the Speed Force.
I don't feel well, guys.
Like, you know it, Barry. I know it. There's something going on with the Speed Force. And we've gotten hints of it before that we kind of like, man, that was weird, but we didn't really talk much about it because we really just didn't know. And they didn't really.
Yeah, like Barry was having several symptoms and he kind of was just like, hey,
that's weird. Whatever. And we move on.
I'll be all right.
Yeah. And we didn't think much of it too because we just really didn't know what was happening there. So whatever.
Right.
And then just,
like with because, with his powers going wacky or his healing being slow at times and.
Yeah, all those things were always temporary, so it just didn't really mean much to us. Yeah, so we got this weird, Russian killer chick that fucks with time and aging and all that, and she like drains the life out of the other Russian chick and blah blah blah. That shit doesn't matter. Another one of those moments where we have the bad guy in the episode, but the bad guy is inconsequential to what's really happening in this episode.
Because what really matters is that the Speed Force died.
The Speed Force is dead, and motherfucking Thawne is here. Like that's what's really going on in this episode. That's the real takeaway. Nash is not Nash. Nash is somehow Thawne.
I can't take it. There's too much change.
I don't know how this is happening, why this is happening, but Nash.
When did this happen?
Exactly. That's a very important question when Thawne is concerned. When? So, then we got fake Iris is just stirring the pot with Wally, and there's that. Barry tells him what happened with blood work, so Wally's pissed. Wally brings him to the Speed Force, and that's when they find out the Speed Force is dying.
They were in there, and it looked like they were tripping.
Yeah. But we go through it all. Barry uses Gideon to enter the Speed Force. Finds out it wasn't what he did with blood work that killed the Speed Force. It was because him, and of course it's also Oliver's fault because fucking Oliver. Two of them together, shit during Crisis because Crisis ruined everything.
Wally was like,
energy from Spectre into the Speed Force and killed the Speed Force. What?
Because Wally was just kind of like just upset. He's like, why didn't he tell me? Da-da-da-da. We could have fixed it long time ago.
You wasn't here.
Right? It's
you
like, you don't have a cell phone.
You were on the other side of the world meditating, all right? That's why I didn't tell you.
You don't have a cell phone.
Yeah, and when this episode was over, you wouldn't even take a plane. You walked. Like, no, we didn't tell you because we couldn't reach you. So Wally's talking to Joe. Joe calms him down, talking about the whole do the work thing, getting better, all that. Then we get to talk between Wally and Barry where they can kind of make up. There's more Russian shit. We find out Thawne is Nash, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And that's when we see that because the Speed Force is dead, that Barry and Wally are going to lose their speed powers eventually. But Thawne's like, ha, 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 I won't because I made my own Speed Force. Because fuck your Speed Force.
Right. That was one thing. I was like, oh, shit. Because I was like, oh, wait. Well, this can't be that bad. They just got to leave him in there till the Speed Force runs out. I was like, oh, shit. It don't matter. He has his own Speed Force.
Yeah. Yeah, we also get fake Irish trying to convince Barry that it's okay for him not to have his speed no more. So there's that. Right before Wally leaves, though, he's like, yo, Pops, talking to Joe, of course, keep an eye on Iris. Something's up.
Right, something's off.
Because he's all super zen, so he can sense it. And, Barry's kind of been like, that's weird lately, but hasn't really put two and two together because he's fucking Barry. But Barry gets the idea Like, yo, why don't we just build another Speed Force like Thawne did?
Duh.
And then, early in the episode, what's Cisco's girlfriend's name?
Camilla.
Yeah, she took a picture of Iris talking to, who's she talking to?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but she took a picture. Iris like, delete that shit. But she didn't delete that shit. And she's looking at the picture and realized something's up with Iris. And Iris is like, oh shit, you can't find out about me. And shoots her with the mirror gun. And that's the end.
And yep. Oh, it was Wally she was sitting with.
Right.
And then, so yeah, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Now Camilla's probably in the mirror world with Iris.
Yeah. That was the end of The Flash. I'm looking forward to next week. This is like Flash is finally starting to get interesting again. So,
right, because now I'm kind of curious. But I mean, my only thing is that there's a lot of lines going on right now. Because now it's going to be like,
it's really just two.
Is it really just two?
Yeah, it's the mirror stuff and there's the Thawne stuff.
The Thawne stuff. I don't know. I just feel like, well, I guess they already addressed Wally. I was like, because I felt like Cisco, I feel like just keeps having the same, I don't know, just the same problems. Like, Crisis has fucked Cisco up forever.
Why you say that?
Because I don't know. Because even Cisco said it. He came back and he said, I feel like I'm in the same place I was when I left. And after Crisis, like, Cisco was in a not great place.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, Mara, who's winning this week?
Lex, maybe.
Why Lex?
Or you could say I mean, because he's about to be the face of Obsidian to get this closer to a seat at the table. Or we could just say the Pierce family.
I was just about to say the Pierce family minus Lynn.
Why not Lynn?
Because she's still on that shit.
Yeah, I know, but to her, she's probably like winning at life right now.
To her,
she's on Tiger. Right. To her, right now, she's on Tiger Blood.
Yeah, but she's wrong. So
we know she's wrong.
So she's not winning. She's wrong. I know, and it's according to us who's winning, which is why I said minus Lynn. Not according to Lynn who's winning. So yeah, we going with the Pierce family minus Lynn, or do you want to include Lynn in that?
No, I don't care. We could just say the Pierce family, whichever way.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, we can say without Lynn, because I mean your logic makes sense, but I also feel like to them, I feel like they all feel like they're winning. That's why I'm saying, like, that's what I base it off of. Like, I think that they feel like they're winning, like they've gotten a win here.
Interesting. See, the way I always see it is just like who's actually winning. Because like there's a lot of times people think they're winning, but in reality, like, yo, they about to get the rug pulled out.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, I know that. Like, if I know, like, the Flash thinks he's on top of something, but we know the bad guy's about to come and throw a fucking monkey wrench into it, like, I'm not going to still say the Flash is winning. It's just kind of like, I know Lynn's green light shit's probably going to come back up again, or at least until she develops her own weird metahuman power. Because it's either that or she's going to accidentally fucking OD. It's going to be one or the other.
True. Who's losing?
Henderson.
Yeah, I mean, if you're dead, I guess you are losing. I was going to say Barry because fucking Barry.
I mean, I would rather just go on and say everyone but the Pierce family is losing. And a couple others.
About to say, Carl about to get some dick.
Right. And it may not be as complicated as Superman was scared of.
Maybe not. Unless, hit him with those Krypton Kegels and, things might not end well. Yeah. Just trying to think who else could possibly be winning this week. Let's see. Batwoman, no, things aren't good there. Supergirl, besides that. Yeah. I'm sticking with Barry's losing.
Okay.
Cool. I think that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Yeah. Don't forget, you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. That is at TheCreatia World. Can you spell world? You should be able to spell world, because I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, wow.
Also, on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. I've spelled it for you already. Not doing it again. Also, hit us up on Patreon if you want to throw us a little support, get some extra content, some early content, all that kind of stuff. Patreon.com/Creation World. There are several tiers you can, drop in on. And we'll hook you up because, we appreciate the support. On top of that, I think you should, follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Where, pray tell, can they find you, Mara?
You might be able to find me on Twitter and maybe on Instagram at Mar.
H-A-R-K. Wait. Lost you. Say it again.
MARADASHARK. Follow me. I do funny things occasionally, like me and Luna just did the Flip the Switch challenge. Check that out. It's hilarious.
I'm going to do it with Bear.
Oh my God. What? Wait.
What?
I'm going to assume you have, doggy clothes for Bear.
No.
You're just going to put his collar on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm curious to see how you're going to get him to hold the phone up without opposable thumbs.
We'll see. You can just tape it to his hand, rubber bands, whatever.
My God, I just picture his little tiny paws just being adhered to your phone, just standing up in a mirror like, why am I doing this?
Oh, I'm just kidding. There's no way he'd go for that. There's no way I'd be able to make that happen.
You could actually just hold him, and then when the switch flips, you're actually just shirtless and wearing his collar, and he's wearing your shirt.
You wouldn't be able to see him if he was wearing my shirt.
Well, don't put a black shirt on him.
Oh, man.
I understand that is a hard concept for you to have more than just black and gray items in your wardrobe, but I'm sure you have one fairly slightly lighter hued item in your closet.
I might.
You might. I guarantee you probably do. At least one thing. One thing. There you go. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen you wear something bright.
You have.
There we go. He heard me calling him.
Probably did. All right. That'll be it, though, for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. We'll catch you all next week.
I forgot we were still on.
Yeah. I know. I understand. We'll catch you all next week. Till then, we out.
Bye.